Right, I'm off to the garden centre to get some bulbs for my cottage garden and for my cottage borders. I've invited my brother down later today to help me talk about the tropical end of my garden, which he's really excited about. However, the plan is he's going to actually help me plant these bulbs and do a video about cottage gardens. So I'm really looking forward to seeing his face when he arrives later. Anyway, I'm off to the garden centre. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've invited Chris down to talk about tropical plants and the back of my garden, which is going to be jungle themed next year.
Nothing to do with tropical plants, is it?
But in reality, as you can see, I've already been to the garden centre to choose my selection of bulbs.
I've been stitched up.
And he's been stitched up by me. And also, important news.
Look at that.
We're not sponsored by Kent and Stowe yet. I bought myself a lovely little bulb planter, which I've never had before. Yeah, it's brand new, never been used. Anyway, jokes aside, Chris come down to help me today, unknowingly, to help me get the bulbs in the ground, and we're going to show you what I've got, where we're going to put them, and also we've got a couple of little tips and tricks for bulbs planting this time of year. We're currently in the middle of November, which is a little bit later.
It's freezing.
Yeah. It's a little bit later than I wanted to get them in. However, it's been relatively mild, hasn't it?
It has been up until this week. I mean, even today, it's not too bad, but the forecast for next week that's the one.
It's starting to drop from Tuesday, Wednesday. It's starting to drop into minus figures overnight. So I just want to get them in now, and then I know I'm done. So yeah, we're going to crack on with getting some bulbs in the ground in a minute, and we're going to go through exactly what I've bought. So we'll do that first.
So this is your little selection of bulbs you've got.
Yeah.
What's the thinking behind it?
So ideally this year, I want to pack this hot or warmer border with some spring bulbs. Yep. So hoping that it kind of bulks out the colour in this side of the garden a lot more. Yeah, early on. So from February, March, April, through the early to mid spring months, I really want to pack it out with some colour. So I'm really excited to see what does well next year, and obviously as usual learn to see what happens. And then for the following year, sort of build on that with tulips, daffodils.
If you've not put fork and sprayed through them.
If I've not put fork and sprayed through, yeah. However,
dibber.
Yeah, dibber. I've got a dibber.
You are a dibber.
So we've got some narcissus.
Yep.
Daffodils here. So that's a Kedron variety. So we've got 8 in there. They're relatively small.
So they'll be more the front of the border then?
Yeah, but they're showing growth already, so I'm hoping they'll be fine. So that's those. I'll come to the crocuses in a minute. Got some rainbow narcissus as well, which look really nice. They're slightly bigger, so I'm hoping after the research I've done, the bigger the bulb, the more chance it's got of flowering in that first year.
Yep.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I've done quite a bit of research the last few days with regards to the bulb planting. I'm really hoping that I've got some decent ones here.
They might be better year 2.
Possibly, yeah, potentially. So we'll see. And then we've got some Candy Apple Delight tulips.
Oh.
It says ideal for pots, but I don't want them in pots. I've got some different ideas for my pots this year, or for springtime. So again, I want to get those in the ground today. I think there's only 6 in there. Yeah, there's only 6. So they're quite pricey for what they are. Obviously, the more bulbs you buy, you can get sacks of them, can't you? And obviously, the more you buy, same with everything in life, really. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. But this is more.
I know. I've heard this week that there's been a shortage with tulip bulbs.
Oh, really?
This year, it was a bad year from last year, so it's had a knock-on effect.
So, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Then you've done well.
Yeah. So this is more of a trial, really, because I've never done tulip bulbs, only in pots. So to get them in the ground and see how they go on this side. Be really interesting to see, and then maybe the following year I can really pack it out if they do well. Yep, so that's your tulips. As I said, I'll come back to the crocuses now.
Are you going to be putting those in the lawn?
Yeah, I think so. Originally, again, I was looking at these for pots, but again, I want to trial it. So in some sort of small semicircle, there's only 10 in there. So see how they do in a tiny semicircle, potentially up near the Acer behind us.
You're not just going to chuck them naturally and see where they land?
No, I want to do some sort of. I've got an idea of how I want it to kind of look Yeah, do you know what? A semicircle sounds a bit
Oh,
precise for me, doesn't it? Because I'm a bit of a messy gardener.
The classic bulb.
Yeah, we'll do that. But
don't throw them over the fence, though.
No, I won't throw them over the fence. We're going to do. We're going to cut out a bit of lawn, and we'll show you a little tip of how to do that in a little while.
With a spade.
Yeah, with a spade. About it, really. That's the tip.
Top tip: use a spade.
Don't use your hands. Use a spade. So yeah, we're going to get them in the lawn, which would be quite cool to watch next year. And I think they come out. When do they say? So it says plant August onwards. Obviously the depth apart, full sun, so they need full sun, which has to be this side then, and then flowers March, April. So it'd be really exciting to see. I reckon it'd be March, to be honest, because garden seems to flower early.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. So awesome. We're going to get cracking in a second. See you in a minute. Right, now you stop playing with your insects. Can you grab me those crocuses? Because I want to.
Sorry about that.
The little.
Love an insect.
Right, so I've decided, or Chris forced me to decide, that we're going to kind of do this naturally. So you're going to throw these on the ground, and where they land, we're going to put them in. So like I said, with the crocuses, and this is the king of the striped variety of crocus.
Am I throwing them underarm or overarm?
I would say underarm. So Chris is going to put them on the ground and see where they land.
And then we're going to the end of the garden, or from
just there, it'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, you dropped one. No, you haven't.
Can't it? Skin. Right, I'm going to do two.
Have you seen his socks? Right. So yeah.
So last year I had a pair of socks, different socks for every day of the week, and it became quite a thing at work.
Oh, was it?
So
getting my coffee.
Probably do the same again this year. Right, so I'm going to do a small handful.
So you drop them? Yeah.
Couple there, one there. Beautiful.
Cool.
I would have put them there anyway.
So what? How funny they've landed in a semicircle.
Right, let's get rid of that.
Right. So where they've landed, we're now going to with the lawn, with the way we're going to do this with the lawn tip is it a slight angle? So there's one there, slight angle. Just push in.
How deep are we going with these?
So we're going basically. General rule of thumb with bulbs is 3 times the size of the bulb in terms of the depth. So I reckon that's about right where I am, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just move that a little bit. There you go, and you've got your hole there. And with bulbs, when you're putting them in, always make sure that there's decent contact with the base of the bulb. If you are digging with a trowel, sometimes you can get air pockets or a natural gap appear underneath. And if you can imagine, if you've got a bulb there, possible. So if you can imagine, that's the angle that you've dug at with the trowel, and then you've got that sat in there, and there could be potentially a little gap at the bottom. And water can form. I don't know why I'm stood like this.
Do you want to take the spade?
Yes, please. Right. So you could be, if you're digging at an angle, you could have a gap at the bottom where the bulb's sitting, and if that gets water in there, or if your garden's prone to waterlogging, that will sit in there and just rot, and you'll get nothing from it. It's a complete waste of time and money. So when you're doing it, push them in like Chris just done. Push them in so the base is contacting the soil, and then you've got a lot less chance of it rotting and a lot more chance of success when it comes to the flowering season.
Right tip.
Thank you. Where's it gone? Where have you just planted it? Right, so we're going to get a few more of these done, and then we're going to start on the other 3 types of bulbs that we've got. So I'll see you in a sec. Ah, my foot! Right, so as I mentioned before about the waterlogging situation, so as you can see, Chris popping that bulb in there now. Sprout end up. So the base is the flatter end, which goes obviously towards the soil and contacting it, and then the sprout that's poking out should head towards the sky. Right, so the crocuses are in the lawn now, and I'm really excited to see how they come through next March, April time, and hopefully be able to do some content then about how they're looking and how they've grown in that environment.
If they don't come up, don't blame me.
I will be blaming you, and it'll be because of the depth of your
hole depths.
Your hole depths, yeah.
Should have used your dibber.
Should have used my dibber. But no, really excited to see how the crocuses come up, and we're going to go for daffodils or tulips next.
Let's get the daffs.
Get the daffs in. We're going to get the daffs in the borders now, all along the hot border. So yeah, see you in a sec. Right, so all the daffs are in now. I'm really, really excited to see them come through next year. Now with the tulips, we've got the Candy Apple Delight variety, and we've only got 6 bulbs, so it's going to be relatively quick. They're going to go in. They can't eat them. No, don't eat them. They're going to go in the first section of the sunny border, which is to the left-hand side of my fish pond, and a little bit away from where we've put most of the daffs. I've still got a few to go in. So these are obviously going to be bright pink, which is right up your street, isn't it? In terms of your tropical garden vibe, not. So yeah, same process again. So they recommend 10 centimeters depth, which is 3 to 4. I'd say, yeah, literally 3 times the size of that, isn't it? So again, general rule of thumb is with every bulb, 3 times the depth of the actual bulb gives it the best chance. And again, the base is clearly at the bottom, and where the little nib is there. Nib.
Sprout.
That's the technical term for a.
We use a lot of technical terms on this channel.
We do, yeah. So yeah, we're going to get cracking with planting these tulips. Right, so all the bulbs are in, or most of them. I've got a few left to do, which I'm going to save for a couple of pots. I've got some ideas for them for the decking area, but the vast majority are now in the lawn and in the hot border, and I'm really, really excited to see how they come on next year. I know this has been the most exciting morning of Chris' gardening life, getting involved in the cottage gardening, me teaching him about bulb planting.
I did even it out because I brought the last of the Ensetes in this morning, so.
Oh, really? Oh, you did?
Evened it out with a bit of tropical.
Fair enough. But yeah. In all seriousness, I hope we've helped you a little bit. I know there's a million guides out there on YouTube.
Much better than ourselves.
Much better than us. So yeah, don't share this with anyone. Don't subscribe. Don't like it.
Keep us a secret.
Reverse psychology. So. But we hope we've helped you a little bit with regards to bulb planting. And we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like, please. Really appreciate your support. So we'll see you soon. Bye.
See ya.